Welcome back, everybody. We discussed on the break that we're gonna let John do Hawthorne's death monologue. We're gonna flashback for John's sake.
So maybe what we see now, like the scene we get now, is just like Nimith, like having this like hushed conversation with Hawthorne as she's like bleeding out,
Right in Elven.
putting her to rest. Yeah,
And yeah,
and then
later we'll flash back to it. Cool.
later.
So Nimith, you'll have to like regale people with the story of like what happened.
hmm
Okay, perfect. I like that.
And he
So
like apologizes to her basically. And then,
yeah.
puts
So
to
what do
rest.
y'all want to do now? You've lost Pochon. You've lost Brave Hawthorne.
To the frickin' cat.
How much experience did Hawthorne have before we
Not
lost
slow.
the poor elf? Oof.
Oh, sad.
Ooh,
It's gonna be
a
sad.
quarter of a level. That's like
Yeah,
the Shadow.
over
How
1,000.
close are you to leveling, Shadow? Oh, pretty fucking close.
Yeah, pretty close. It's like less than 200, I think.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
Hawthorne was at
what happens?
1,031. Over a quarter.
Yeah.
4 digits.
Yeah. Well, at that rate, exactly, Hawthorne would have been level 2 in session 40. So.
Yeah. So let's see.
It's like all the
Yeah,
things.
Cloud never actually came outside. Cloud was like, "Oh, you guys fighting out there? You no, you're not cool." Um, so they're just going to go back to like going through the stuff in the log.
Okay.
They've already pocketed the dagger and put on the ring.
So there's a chest, a small chest in the log, in the hole in the ground. And then also the hermit's like bed, of like if you want to rummage through the whole place.
Might as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So you spend a turn rummaging through the crude furniture and mound of dried leaves and furs that he uses as a bed, and you find let's see. You find nothing in the like general ruins, but we'll need to unlock the chest to be able to yeah.
Sounds like a job for the shadow.
It does sound like a job for the Shadow.
Oh, did it as well.
All right, Shadow, unlock that thing. It's a fairly simple lock. I'll give you a 20% bonus to unlock it.
Okay. Mm-mm-mm.
But evil lies in the chests of men.
Yeah.
Shadow knows.
Andrew, put yourself in timeout.
Oof. All right, so you'll not be able to
Pop
unlock
culture.
this guy's chest until you gain a level. Someone could try to bash it open, of course. That's always an option. But you had another chest you decided not to bash open, right? I gotta start keeping like a inventory of contents. I'm gonna actually do that. Give me a
I think
second.
there's another one. Wasn't it somewhere in the orc caves?
You brought it back.
Yeah, we brought it back to town.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start a new page and I'm gonna write because otherwise I will forget and then it'll be a hassle going back through the whole adventure to be like, wait,
Yeah.
you tried to open this at level 1 and you're level 3 now, and okay, give me 1 second.
Yep. Orc cave chest and crazy wild man chest.
Yeah.
Failed so far.
Is there not like a locksmith in town or something that we can send it to?
Yeah, I think we forgot to ask.
Yeah, I definitely forgot to ask about
All
that.
right, well, let's do that.
And the hermit
Andrew?
chest is a what did I say, a plus 20%? I think they both were.
Yeah, same level chest.
Just quick load. Just F5 before you try to pick the lock. Okay, so let me write down what's in here. Sorry for all the clicking, everybody. 1 second. And someone in chat asked, the hermit doesn't have a key to his own chest. He's an insane hermit. I don't what.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
I mean, no, he doesn't. But I mean, that's the weird thing is
He
like,
did at one point.
yeah, maybe.
There were no keys in the orc cave either, and there were like plenty of chests.
The thing is, like, there's a lineage of like the chests being passed along from person to person. No one can unlock them because no one knows where the original owner is. Okay. And the orc chest. Let me just run back through the inventory real quick here. Sorry, guys.
We need more thieves. Really. It's quite a low percent chance I get on one of these. We're just quite lucky. On
Yeah,
the
that's
game.
true. Another thief wouldn't hurt you.
I think my next character will try to be a thief.
Cool. It just better not be too good, because otherwise,
Otherwise, the shadow will live in his shadow.
Yeah, you don't want to overshadow the shadow. Making your character be called the Darkness.
The deepest dark.
And then the Void. Like just you try to outgoth each other.
Chronicles the Darkness. We're gonna have that song playing all the time.
Yeah, no, you don't want that. Nobody wants the
No,
Darkness.
my character is gonna be all pink goth.
Nice.
Y'all aren't ready for her.
Okay, so I think in this chest, this is just like orc treasure, so I mean, feel free to talk amongst yourselves about what you want to do next, but I'm gonna.
Okay, so we're going back to town, right?
Yeah.
That's the plan. Okay.
We still have the tracker. She said she was going to go back with us. I guess she was just hiding for the combat or whatever.
Yeah, because she explicitly said she was gonna do that. Oh, I found it. Good. Okay, I found the orc's chest. So let me zoom in on this so that chat can be in on the secrets. So. Chat, this is what the orc chest contains.
The orc chest has the key to the hermit's chest.
Ah, dang it. And vice versa.
Yeah.
That's all that's inside.
Good. Chest 22.
Yeah. And there was nothing else of interest or value in the hermit's log.
No.
Oh, he has a log.
I mean, he lives in the log. There's a hermit in the log.
It's not like a captain's log, Andrew, but I see what you're trying to do. And
Oh yeah, you find the hermit's log. It's indecipherable scribblings, written
Does
in
it
his
at
own
least have,
fecal
like,
matter.
a recipe for poison in it? Because that's what I wanted from him, and then we got nothing. And we just
I was just here to get poison.
I was here for friendship, and I got that. And a ring.
magic ring.
Okay, there we go. Now everyone but y'all knows what's in the chests.
Perfect.
Okay.
Nobody
Yeah,
told.
let's just go back.
Yeah. Does
Okay.
the Puma have anything good?
It's hide. It's got a small arrow hole in it.
Oh, we'll totally skin
A
the
couple. Yeah.
Okay.
that slightly irradiated.
Who's
finish.
gonna skin the puma?
Is it booby trap?
Thistle would probably know how to do that.
What's that?
Oh, I think
Thistle would
Thistle
know.
would probably know how to do that, but I don't know if there's anyone else who's.
Can the tracker help us with it? If they're like a nature person?
Yeah, but why should they?
Because otherwise they won't come out of the woods. They got lost.
Help us! Wow, help us skin this
Are you saying
puma,
help us skin
or
this puma
you're
or we'll
gonna
murder you? Is that really the direction you're going with this?
No.
Remember, we need her to get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Thistle
we need
will-
her. She needs us.
Thistle will just do it.
Okay. All right. So make a let's make a dexterity check to see if you do a good job.
Let's see. I'm not.
Wait, Thistle's doing it with dexterity.
Yeah, it's dexterity roll.
Thistle's dex is medium. It's,
Oh, it was Gristle that was terrible, wasn't it?
yeah, Gristle had terrible. No, actually, Gristle's dex was
Ingrid
like.
had a really bad
Ingrid
dexterity.
had a dex of 5.
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
one
go
of-
ahead and make your dex roll.
Thistle's wisdom is 5, but her dex is 12. Doesn't
Nice.
mean it's gonna be a good roll. It's a failure.
Okay, so you don't like botch it. It's not like you just like hack at it with an axe. But the skin is only worth I'm gonna say 20 gold when you bring it back to town. It would have been more if you had done a better job, but
What about the hermit skin?
ugh, yikes. No.
No, he's a thief. We should take back something to say we finally killed this thief, but we
Yeah,
didn't
his head.
ring.
There's no like bounty out on him. They just exiled him from the keep.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
murder.
wanted to-
That's straight up murdering another human being is what you just did. You killed a person.
Look, we murdered this human being and
Like-
flayed his skin. Aren't you proud of us? Lawful keep? Yeah, that's going to go over really well.
I mean, we're learning that the keep are a bunch of squares anyway. So, like, if
Yeah.
you were working for this, but you did. I mean, okay. So we're looking at this in terms of the gold value and equipment and stuff. And sure, that's true and real. Those things happen. But he did say something about a chaos cult that lives
Yeah,
in
he
the
did.
in the hills that was like recruiting some years ago. So
Yeah, and he said that there were animals and stuff until fairly recently,
yes, yeah,
when all the animals disappeared and he started seeing more and more kobolds. So
yeah,
that's another salient point.
that's
Well, we
right.
already killed all the kobolds now.
Yeah, all
Yeah,
eight
Where the
of the
other
kobolds.
ones came from, but
Kobolds are known for their small numbers.
Oh yes, I'm sure that we've annihilated every kobold that's ever
They
lived.
always form family groups of up to 8 and never more than 8.
Never.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to head back to the keep? Is that the plan?
Yes.
All right. So we'll journey back through the spoopy woods. Everybody mark off another 2 days of rations.
Do 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 do.
Okay.
Did I have lost any rations from last time that I need to know about?
I think I marked 2 uses on.
Yeah, I think they've been taken care of.
Okay, I just have a literal thing with pencil over here, so it's.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll look to see where they.
And let me see if you.
Okay, 2 used. So, and rations are how many days again? 7?
Yeah, they're a week per.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Cloud doesn't have any rations marked, but I'll assume it's 2. So that's what the other one said.
Mhm.
Okay. So let me just roll some real quick here.
No more kobolds. Come
For no
on.
reason at all.
They're all dead.
Okay. So you're heading south, being led by Lenore, not lost Lenore, and when you when you reach, like, you kind of exit the hills proper and are walking through a sort of bouldery, or like the forest proper, and are in this sort of bouldery, like clear mountain area. There are a couple of sparse trees. You can see the keep in the distance. It'll be another day travel before you get there. And you set up your camp at night, and I need to find out who's on watch when a thing happens. So Lenore doesn't take watch. That's not her job. There are. Hold on, I have to remove Hawthorne from the order. How many characters are there? 6?
6.
Okay.
6.
Can someone just roll a d6? I'll use the order that's in the character list on Roll20 here.
Mm-hmm.
What do we get?
6.
6. So Chunk. All right,
That
Chunk.
makes sense you to be on.
So Chunk, you're on watch. Which watch does Chunk take?
Probably the middle one because he has like full dark vision and stuff.
Okay. And how far can you see with dark vision? 60 feet?
60, yeah.
Okay. Oops, that should have been a times 10, not a plus 10. 120. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So it's dark.
We just find that much gold.
Yeah. Just you stumble upon it.
Falls on you.
So it's it's quite dark. The night has fallen. It's cold. And I think that, Chunk, you're sitting watching the shadows outside of the firelight, and you spot I don't know, like a reflection maybe, like it could be off of like metal or water in the distance, just outside the edge of the firelight.
Okay, that's very unnatural. Let's get to waking everybody up.
Okay.
Not take a chance on it, especially since we're a couple of people down. He'll probably be a little bit extra wary.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's get Nimith up first. Maybe it was going to be their watch next anyway.
Okay. All right. So Nimith, you're shaken awake by Chunk.
It's like, that's it.
You're shaken away by a weird caricature of your friend Chunk.
Yeah, and so Nimith just already has his bow in his hand before he's even open.
Just like wakes up, arm shoots out to the side, grabs it.
Like he was asleep with his hand like just kind of gently resting on his bow, and so as soon as he wakes up,
You don't snuggle your bow when you sleep? I don't
Yeah.
snuggle my crossbow when
Does
I
it have
sleep.
like a lock of Hawthorne's hair tied to it now or something?
no, God,
Like, oh, gross, no. Okay.
Let's just keep waking people up.
and yeah, I'm gonna do my Elven listen.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, if you stand and listen, Chunk will like start going around the camp, just waking people up, just like quietly though.
Okay. All right.
I am a successful.
Okay. So,
Ear-
yeah, so you like put your ear to the wind and you think you hear like very, very faint, like there's no way a human would ever hear them like padding footsteps, like quick in little bursts, like when they stop. And they're coming from like 3 different directions. Like you seem to be like surrounded. But you can't see. Maybe you like if you look, you see brief like what Chunk said, the like brief like reflections of something, but it's hard to say.
How much
Just
light
straight
does our fire cast? Like, is it better than a torch or a lantern?
It's 60 feet around the party.
Okay. Yeah, would like a lantern be better or?
No, lanterns pretty much just last longer.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't have a way of getting better light,
It's true.
and my dark vision doesn't work, so I can't see.
So here, cluster yourselves around. I'm gonna grab a campfire here. 1 second. And we'll throw some light on it. Weird using a photorealistic campfire, but whatever. I don't care. It's the first campfire on the list. Can you guys see that aura?
Yes.
Okay, so that's how far the light goes. I'll just throw the campfire there. And you're in like kind of a bouldery terrain, so I'll draw in a couple of like big rocks kind of around you. So some like boulders.
Beautiful.
Some scattered. And these are all kind of varying like cover. You're sort of in a little like enclosed area. So, yeah, there's definitely like sound and motion from like all sort of 3 of these like points around you.
Yeah.
So Nimith just says we're surrounded.
What's your like range on sleep like? Can you just like AoE bomb it from the middle and just be like, "Brr."
The range is 240 feet, but I need to be able to see all the targets.
Yeah, it doesn't affect targets you can't see.
Okay. Let's make like a little defensive thing. Have some people standing out with like shields up, and the rest of the people with ranged weapons ready. Maybe something like this.
Yeah. Nimith has the bow ready and is in there.
Circle the wagons.
Can you put Rolf like here?
Okay. Yep. Chunk will instead defend the shadow. Someone is defending the shadow.
Instead of circling our wagons, we for a moment created the Starship Enterprise. That's fun.
Okay, so you kind of like cluster
This
around.
Cloud will just be all alone over here.
He's got a ring protecting him.
Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay.
What to do?
So I think that Thistle's going to get nervous if you're not doing anything for a few moments, and she's going to call out into the darkness.
Okay. What does she say?
Make a big scary bark.
Hello?
Can you make a reaction roll, Thistle?
I can.
Okay. All right. Your
The worst.
your call out into the darkness goes unnoticed or unresponded to.
So the shadow is going to try as like quickly as possible while everybody's like holding this position to like go around the outside and start like caltropping things up and just
Okay.
like making a little perimeter around us, just like
How many caltrops do you have?
I think I have 3 sets. Let me just
Okay,
check.
so it's like three squares worth.
Okay, yeah, that's
Cal- No, caltrops is not the name of a character. Caltrops is a token.
yeah, 3. Okay, I can do 3 squares. So
Okay. Where would you like them?
some up here, I think.
Okay.
Some off in this direction. And then, I don't know, does anybody have an idea for another place? Because that's like, those
I
are like
mean, this seems kind of like, wow, there's a puddle of caltrops. Better walk around that.
Well, it's they would have to make
Maybe
a
I'll just-
they'd have to make a roll to see them.
Yeah, fair.
that seems fine. Something like
Sure.
that. Just
Yeah.
like throws them out, just like in case things charge us.
Okay.
Let's all take note of where those are.
Not straight on them. Yeah.
Does someone want to shoot like a fiery arrow to illuminate? Does that even work? Can we do like a flare?
It's not a terrible idea. Yeah, like the shadow will take an arrow. Like
Mhm.
after he's done, since apparently he's doing all the things.
So Nimith will do that. Well,
Well, that shows okay.
so he
Yeah.
takes an arrow and like wraps it in some like rag, pours one of his flasks of oil on it, and
Tips
then
in with a campfire.
Where do you fire it?
fires it. So I saw someone like over this way. Like, right? Or-
Maybe you heard sounds from like this kind of direction. And, like,
Okay, yeah.
up
So I'm gonna
here.
shoot the arrow so that it lands like here, and the idea is that this will like burn brightly for a minute, and then
Okay.
whatever. So yeah, he just like fires it high in
Okay.
the air.
So it goes like whoosh, flies it that way. Okay.
Yeah.
So as the arrow passes
It goes around the
over
tree.
this like little boulder here, you see crouched atop of the boulder. Let me move this to the token layer. So you see crouched atop the boulder it's a lizard. It's about 5 feet long, and accordingly giant. It's like a pale blue with like orange brown spots, and it has these big bulbous eyes, which is what was reflecting the firelight. And it kind of like looks. You can see its eyes like swivel as the like arrow goes overhead, and then there's like a hissing sound as the other 2 lizards rush the camp to try to bite at you. I need everyone to roll surprise, and then we'll see who can roll initiative. It's lizard time. You startled them with the fire.
Can't surprise this.
Yeah, like aren't we the ones doing the surprise?
No, they've been stalking you for a while.
Okay.
It's the attack that's a surprise. It's that it came from these like sudden, quick directions. But you guys are doing fine on the surprise checks anyway.
I've still got 3 characters. Oh, so many buttons.
So did surprise get fixed? Because wasn't
Yeah.
it opposite? before?
Yeah, it's fixed now.
Okay,
Yeah,
but it's
it'll say surprised or not
Oh,
surprised.
okay. Wow.
As
So
a
should I roll initiative?
Yeah, I just remember it did say that before, but it was.
yeah, anyone who
But now it's correct.
Yeah, on a 1 or a 2, you are surprised. It used to say succeed or fail, and that was
okay.
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's very clear.
Excellent. Surprise!
Okay, so let me add them to the order, and then yeah, everybody who succeeded in their surprise check, make an initiative roll.
Okay, all my guys are done.
Okay, I'll roll for them. Woo! Fast
Wow.
creatures.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, so Rolf and Nimith, you'll get to react, but you'll go after them. So their move is 120 feet. Wow, they're super fast.
Wow.
So they just leap on the closest targets. They basically run down the side of the rocks in that weird, creepy way that lizards do, where they run and stop, and they move really fast, and they come running up, and they will try to bite you. And they're making gross hissing gecko noises. So
I should bump up my armor class by 1, correct? For Cloud?
yes, yeah, for Cloud's ring. Okay, and these things need let's see there.
Chunk is a 1, Rolf is a 0.
Yeah, I got it here. All right, let's do Rolf first. So Rolf, to hit you. Okay, so there we go. I wrote down there to hit 0. Okay, so you need a 16 to hit Rolf.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
Oh, that was close. Okay, so no, the thing comes up and it puts its big, sort of suction cuppy foot on your shield and tries to bite you, but you've got the shield between you and it. And it's hissing and biting. Cloud, your new AC is 1, you said?
My AC is 1.
Okay, all right, so it needs a 15 to hit you. Okay, so Cloud is hit.
I'm probably gonna die.
It's quite possible. Cloud takes 3 damage.
I die.
Oh no, Cloud! Fuck, this is a lethal session. Alright, so
Uh-oh.
Hawthorne.
Now we'll never know if that ring drives you crazy after several days.
Well, unless you survive and someone else gets to put it on.
Yeah,
And
Chuck can have it.
Sounds good.
Potion, right? Okay, so yeah, Cloud, the thing just comes running up and bites you. And oh, interesting trivia. Lizards stop running like that because they can't breathe and run at the same time.
Huh.
Weird. All right.
That's really
All
weird.
right. Rip Cloud. And then Chunk. So Chunk, what's your AC is also 1?
1, yeah.
Okay, so I need a 15 or better for you. Yeah. Miss. Okay. All right. It's a cursed ring. Everyone who wears it dies. That's cute.
Yeah.
All right, Rolf, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
I mean, everyone dies
hit.
eventually.
Hit with hammer.
Yeah, you're just gonna stand and fight. Okay.
Yeah, I think we have to. We're sort of surrounded.
Okay.
Warhammer. Hit.
You
No.
miss. You hit it, but its scales work as well as any armor, and your warhammer bounces off. Nimith. Nimith is
sleep.
not in combat. I know what's gonna happen now.
Yeah, I cast sleep.
Hell's yeah. All right. So the tendril. What is it? What does your spell look like again?
He
You sing, right?
hums or sings or whistles or whatever. But yeah, in this case, he's humming.
Okay. Cool. Elven
But
lullaby.
it has that weird, echoey, sounds like it's coming from far away, but is also coming from close by quality.
Okay, and you affect. I actually have to check because these things don't have a full hit dice of hit die. They have a plus, so I gotta check how that's affected by the spell.
Yeah.
I think you might ignore it. You roll a d8 regardless, right?
Yeah, that's what we did last time. Because kobolds were like that as well, weren't they?
Well,
Or something
kobolds are half a hit die, so that's easy because I can we can just add them up. Okay, so you have 8 hit dice.
That's all of them. That's all of them.
You get no. It actually isn't. You get to pick. You knock 2 of them out. Which 2?
I'll do the one that was fighting Cloud, goes
Okay.
to sleep, and the one that was fighting Chunk is now
Yep.
asleep.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
find
Our best chance of surviving is the one hitting Rolf.
the one attacking
Yes.
Chunk. You said is asleep.
Yeah.
All right. So by your elven magics, the geckos are put to sleep.
By my Moon Tiara magic.
That's right. Thistle.
Thistle's gonna attack a gecko.
Okay. Which of the geckos would you like to attack?
Oh, I guess I could attack one that's asleep, but that doesn't seem urgent.
That seems terrible.
So I'll attack
Damn, Dave, you can't provide
It's
some
not-
constructive feedback.
that one.
I don't want to die.
I don't want to die. Ooh.
Yeah.
Whatever. Two of my characters died so far.
I guess I do sound like that, yeah.
It's been less than 2 hours.
You're being. Okay.
I'm having a character die an hour right now, so
Oof.
I'll shoot it with my crossbow.
It's okay. They don't want to fight you. They just want to sell you insurance. Oh, dude!
I don't
It
want
affects.
your
It affects 2d8 hit dice of creatures.
Oh,
So roll another d8, and we'll see how you roll. There's a pretty good chance you'll knock this one out too.
8. 8. That's many.
I'm typing this in wrong. I'm sorry. There we go.
So 11. Let's see. Yes, yeah, you knocked that one out.
Okay,
Great,
cool.
so
So
then
they're all
it's-
asleep. It's just
We just-
gecko murder.
Yeah.
Let's just kill
Yeah.
the shell. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
then
Excellent.
instead of shooting a thing, I walk over and
Put a thing in it and just run it all the way down to its dice.
Nice. Okay. Cool. So you take out those geckos.
God, that ability, it's just like, just when it happens in combat, it just ends.
Yeah, that took literally like 3 seconds. Basically, like they came flooding towards the party. Cloud goes down, the spell goes off, and they're asleep. And then suddenly, just like silence, and then you just like murder them before they wake up.
Okay,
yeah.
Good work.
so who's gonna lick Cloud?
Thistle?
Thistle gets dibs.
Yeah, this
Let me reopen that character sheet.
So Thistle, you gonna put the ring on?
Are we gonna have a hobbit with a magic ring?
Thistle's gonna take the ring.
Okay.
It's not necessarily gonna put it on yet.
Okay. Sure.
But the ring and the
dirt.
The dagger.
Dirt.
Yeah.
fine dagger.
What's
Let's
the
see,
what's
what
the
else?
difference? What's the difference
It's-
between a dirk and a dagger?
Dirk is a stabbing. I don't think you cut with a dirk. A dagger you can stab or cut, and a knife you can only cut, I think is the thing.
Okay.
Someone who knows more about medieval weaponry nomenclature, whatever. can help me.
So things of import, is that 50 feet of magical red rope
Oh yeah, that's right.
and the ring of protection. Thistle will pick up both of those.
You're accumulating like a not insignificant supply of magic items. Like
Cloud
And
was
we have a
specifically
mace as well that we don't know what it does. Because that guy wasn't a wizard and didn't tell us.
it's true.
It's a
He
mace
didn't
of
seem
orcs.
cursed though.
It's a mace of orcs.
It's an orcish mace.
Orcish mace. You could hit stuff with it, is what he suspected.
Yes, he was definitely.
Like, the only person who's going to use a mace.
I
though-
knew that he was like,
Rolf.
huh. Orcs like spikes.
Yeah, it's tricky because like Rolf is the only one who's going to use a mace because he can't use a sword, and everyone else might as well use a sword, and he's not going to use one that's a skull. That's
Well, maybe we'll.
It's not
make
in his
him
aesthetic.
soon.
no
Yeah,
off-brand.
totally off-brand for him.
I feel it's a
was it
kobold
a
skull.
ring?
though.
Use it.
Did you say?
Sorry, Hillary.
Was it an opal ring?
I said it was just a blue gemstone ring,
Okay.
but I like Andrew said opals, and let's go with that. They're opals.
I don't even really
Obviously,
know that.
obviously, Nimith knows that it's opals.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna Google search opal.
Yeah, blue opal ring. 'Cause I also did that.
So
Okay, yeah, that's
a
real,
dirk,
sure.
a dirk is a long knife used by peasants to get around Germanic anti-sword laws. Basically, a thin machete. There you go.
Uh-huh. Thank you, Chad.
So
I always think of it as that knife, you know, in Vermintide, the stabbing knife, that big long one. Yeah, thrusting weapon. All right. So okay. Yeah, you can
course.
loot them however you want. I just want to know if anybody equips the magic items.
So I think that Thistle's gonna, I guess, maybe try like putting because the dirk seems like a good size for a halfling. Sure, I've decided that's true.
Yeah, okay.
And so she's gonna tuck it in her belt. I don't know if that counts as equipping it.
It's up to you. You tell me if you're like, I'm going to use this item.
Sure, yeah. She's gonna use it to like and potentially investigate these gross geckos in a second.
Sure.
Yeah, you just like use it to kill a gecko while it's asleep.
Okay, so if you use the dagger, it is not cursed, so that's nice.
Great.
It is it's a +1 dagger, +1 dirk. Does
So it's a magic item,
magic sword,
technically?
yeah, basically.
Okay.
It's perfectly balanced. You can also throw it, so that's a thing. And with magic items, when you throw them, you don't, unless there's like a really like obvious like chance, like you throw it and you miss, and the thing behind them was a cliff. You don't lose thrown magic items.
Okay.
It's pretty nice.
Unless you throw it into a fiery mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you stab something with it and leave it stuck in there and the thing runs away or whatever. But narratively you can lose it, but you won't just lose it by hitting or missing a random target. You can always go and retrieve it.
Does anyone want a nice crossbow? Because Cloud had a nice crossbow. It's specifically nice.
Chunk wants a nice crossbow.
Yeah,
We
Chunk
got it
loves the
from,
finer things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Chunk can have the nice crossbow, but this was gonna take the larger coral.
Sometimes I think of Chunk as being a bit like he's like Aziz Ansari's character from Parks and Rec. Like he's just small and kind of sassy, and really into the finer things.
Mm-hmm.
He'd collect sneakers if that was a thing that you could do in this world.
Yeah.
He has a playlist that
it's like plate Jordans.
Yeah.
So if you want extra, I don't know if you have room for more corals in your coral case.
Yeah, he does.
If so, max out your coral case, which is probably 30.
Yeah, he used I think 5.
Yeah, so so I'm just taking things off his character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone need either a sword or a backpack or some rations or a wooden pole? No? Nobody?
No, you should just take the rations, I guess, and then.
I mean, I got lots. So if anyone
We'll
wants-
give Roll for wooden pole because he doesn't have one.
Great. Wooden pole is useless for now. It's 1,000 years long. No good.
Yeah. He's got as all these characters have died, the remaining ones have just started accumulating the stuff we thought might be useful.
Yeah,
at one.
they're cruft.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of accumulating stuff, can I, since we didn't the caltrops didn't get used, can I get them
Yeah,
back?
sure, that's fine.
So did anyone want any of the iron rations?
Sure, I will take them.
You
Iron
want-
rations. How many?
There was 4.
Great.
3 days used of one. 3 days left in one of them, and then 3 complete.
I'll just take 3 complete iron rations. Because I only have regular rations. So we skin the lizards? Yeah?
Skin them with the magic duck.
Sure.
Oh no, we
so-
can't. It's pretty stabbing. Ugh.
Yeah. So Thistle's got this carefully taken these things off of Cloud's body, and is going to and Thistle felt a kinship with Cloud because Cloud spoke halfling, and Thistle's like, that's weird, not even halflings speak halfling.
It's an ancient language. It's ancient.
It's this weird, yeah, it's a
ancient
dead
halfling.
language.
Halflings have all moved on to common, but there is some buried, forgotten language. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Welsh.
they would often try to speak to me just casually, and I'd be like, "You sound like my grandma."
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
You're
about.
using words no one uses anymore.
Yeah, this is weird.
Okay, cool. So while you're gonna who's doing the skinning? The shadow
So-
probably should, or
Yeah, Thistle's gonna try prodding one of them with the dirk and like poking one of their eyes because it's creepy. I want to see if it pops.
Ew.
Oh.
It definitely does. Gross.
Gross.
Lenore,
Right.
Lenore
That's
says.
how I find out that the dirk is +1.
Lenore
By
says
fishing.
to Lenore says to Thistle when you're like poking at it. She's like, see the markings on this one's back. And you can see it's got like a line of like sort of orangey like markings. She's like, so you can tell it's the oldest. This one's probably the mother. Those two are smaller, the young. She like looks around. She's like, I wonder. They probably have a nest around here someplace.
Oh, some lizard eggs.
So how about? Well, I don't know. Is that an opportunity, or let's get the fuck out of here?
Does Rolf say that?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
But he doesn't curse though. He's
sure.
lawful.
Sure. Yeah, lawful people. That's no swearing. She.
Get the licorice out of here.
That's right. She says. She's like, well, it depends. If they. I mean, these things. She points at them. She says they're drawn to heat and light, and that often means people. And it's not unheard of to have them carry bodies back to their lairs, and if we find bones, we might find treasure. And I know, she like looks at you. You folk like those sorts of things, but we might find more young. It's up to you.
What do you mean, you folk?
I mean, you know,
What
adventurers.
do you mean, you people?
Yeah, adventurers, brave, greedy lunatics.
Yeah.
Thistle
Yeah,
nods.
Like, yes,
All right.
that is the description.
All right. Can you track that? Can you track the mother's like bigger footprints back to the nest? Is that something you can do as a tracker?
She says, I could
Protect you.
if maybe I was inspired in some fashion. And she like does the little like fingers rubbing together
And
motion.
Dimith, like, is
got
already
briefing
walking
days.
past her.
Thistle
Drops
will
a
be like,
purse.
I'll let you wear the ring for an hour.
No.
No, I just
For an
like give
hour.
her 30 gold,
Okay.
but
She
just like super cash.
yeah, she hefts the bag and she says, yeah, I think this is sufficiently inspiring. Do you want to
Wait.
go now, or do we wait for morning?
They seem
Well, I've got a-
active at night, and maybe they sleep in the day.
She gives a
I
point.
like
She's like,
to
you learn fast, little one.
I like to sleep in the night, so if we're
Right.
done, I have some napping to do.
Then we rest. I think
The shadow
she's like,
skins all the things.
sunrise should come in 2 hours, give or take. Let's all rest, and I'll try and lead you there in the morning.
You're skinning geckos? That's the grossest.
Hey,
She's gonna
I've
make
played
some
Fallout.
boots.
I know you can sell those.
Okay, so go ahead and make three dex checks, one for each gecko.
Oh, I did one.
Okay, so you've succeeded at one.
Wah, wah. Oh no, you can't press it twice.
Okay.
The skinningest.
All right, so they're worth 30 GP each for those gecko skins.
Damn.
Now, if they were like fire geckos or like golden geckos, then maybe. But these ones are just regular giant ass lizards. Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. So you maybe Lenore cooks one of the geckos. She makes some like lizard kebabs, and you all get a couple more hours of sleep. And let's grab a break here. It seems like a good place to cut, and then we'll do. Lenore will lead you to the lair of the forest gecko when we come back. That sound good?
All right. Sounds good. Yeah.
All right, stick around,
Yeah.
everybody. More D&D after this.